task for the day. You have covered all the dates functions. We have covered this in detail. Okay, everything is mentioned here. So with respect to this, you need to get the third date of every month using
Every month.
above. Yes, third date of every month using above functions.
Okay.
Okay, so it is like when I'm on this month, July. Okay, it should give me first is get for the every month, every current month. Okay, and then get it for next month. Let's say I am in July right now and I am executing the date function. It should give me the 3rd of July first in this
Yes.
first version. Okay, and then it should give me the 3rd of August.
Okay.
Okay, get it
Okay.
for the next month means the 3rd of next month. Okay, and the 3rd of current month. This you need to perform. Okay, using whatever we have covered above. Okay, and the format should be
Date of date format.
let's say 3rd July 2021. This should be your date format. Okay, for the current month, for the next month, it is like 3rd of August 2021. This will be a format.
Okay.
Okay, got it, Soumya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this you need to perform. So for today, we will go with reusable test step blocks.
So could you please increase the screen size a little bit? I cannot see any option from my end to increase the screen size.
Because I am the presenter, I cannot increase the size. Sorry for this.
Font
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
size. Increase font size.
font size.
Uh,
Let me check if we have such option.
for Notepad, I think she is facing issue.
Notepad. Okay, let me maximize this. Good now.
Yes, sir. Better.
Font also we can increase. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
it is you need to we need to go with the reusable test blocks. Okay. Then library and
Today's
and
topic is also very important topic.
yes. And if time permits, then we will go with the business parameters also.
Okay.
Okay, this we need to cover. So we'll start with the library first. So Tosca is looking good to you, right? Hello, Soumya.
Yes, sir. It's nice.
So as I discussed yesterday about the date functions and the date picker we have. Okay. What do you think how it will resolve? So I told you like we will discuss in the next class. Okay, let it open. Where we have dates. Do you remember where we have the dates?
So we checked for vehicle.
No, no, not that. Like I showed you about the date pickers, right? Yesterday. This is the one, widgets. Okay, so what do you think how we can resolve this? Like, let's say if I am having the available dates there in the August. Okay, I just need to open the particular this date picker and I need to click on the August till I am getting the uh, available date. Okay, so what do you think? How just a theoretical? What do you think?
Theoretical.
So I don't need any Tosca methods or anything. Just analytics. I want. If some situations come to you, then how you will see this?
Okay.
Okay, so let's say not this.
Okay.
Okay, you just need to select the December 12th from the date picker. Okay, so what is the best possible way to get to December 12th from here? Hello, why so silence? Okay, so it is open now. Date functions we are covered and completed. Okay, so this is reusable test step block. What it signifies, as the name suggests, reusable test step block means you are reusing a set of test steps creating in a block. Okay, I'm just dividing this word and creating a definition out of it which justify the definition of the reusable test step block. Okay, so like like we have the libraries in some programming language, we have some libraries, classes we have. Okay, so classes is what? The collection of elements. Okay, classes, library is what? Collection of classes, right? This is how we defined in the programming language. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please be there. So so the same way we define the library here in the Tosca. Okay. So how to create the libraries is we need to right click on the test case folder. Okay, and we need to create the libraries. Create the test step library. Okay. So it will create the separate you can see the folder with the name library and it denotes with the symbol L on it. Okay, so this is how my library is defined in a single test case folder. Okay, and it you can define only once. You can have only one library there in the test case folder. Okay, if you go and want to create another one, you will not never see an option. Okay, and if you want to create another library, you need to structureize your test case, and the test case, let's say this is for the shopping cart. So every shopping cart test case comes into this folder, and you can also create the library out of this folder, which has the library of the shopping carts only. This is another way. Okay, to creating the multiple libraries, but in a single folder, you can create a single library only. Okay, because this is not the usual test step. This is the set of test step which should be present on a particular place only once. Okay, if you have multiple libraries, then what is the meaning of putting let's say some test steps are coming here, some are test step is coming some other test case. So there is no use of this. Then the test case will also work fine. Okay, so now what is the test step block? Okay, so let's say we have this registration form. Okay, what we are doing, we are opening the URL. Okay, we are going to the home page link, which is click on login. Okay, filling the registration form. Okay, clicking on logout and closing the browser. Okay, so if I ask you to divide these particular steps into different blocks, okay, with the functionality which matches to the particular block. Okay, let's say opening the browser and clicking on login, is it belongs to the same block?
I mean,
No,
open your form. We can
What
put
you're
it in
saying?
this. I mean, open URL is a common test case which we will use for everything. If we put aside, I mean, if we use as one test case also, it will not affect us.
Hmm. So what should come like in if you part this particular five steps, what you part? Like open URL is a different thing. So okay, this is one partition. Okay, clicking on login, registering the form, okay, and log out is the same thing. Click on register, not login. Is it a part of a particular set of step?
Click on registration. Registration form is one step. I
Okay,
mean,
it
if
can be okay. It can be
mm,
one block. So one
mm,
block is open URL, one block is click on register and filling the registration block. Okay, and
mm,
one block is logging out some user and click on close browser.
yes,
Okay, so we found the three blocks out of it. So now what is the block is the similar type of test steps which we will going to use in each and every test cases. Okay, either each and every test cases or multiple times at least.
yes.
Okay, so if you see the application, this demo web shop. Okay, so what this application is saying, like this is one application and I need to divide into different blocks. Okay, so click on register, filling the registration form and registration. This is a part of registration. Okay, which everybody needs to follow. Until and unless you will not click on the register, you will not redirect on this page, and until and unless you will not fill this page, you will not be able to register. So this is a defined step which you need to follow. Okay, for let's say login user, you want to log in and you need to provide the email address and password and login for the general login, right?
Mm.
So this can be a particular set of blocks. Okay. So how to create the reusable test block is saying this only. Okay. We whatever we are reusing it, whatever the set of test steps we are reusing it in our test case, we can create a block out of it. Okay. So whenever the maintenance comes into the picture, whenever the reusability comes into the picture, it will be very easy to use the particular blocks instead of a single steps. Okay. So let's say you are
Can we
using
say
this.
we are doing partition of similar cases?
You are creating the blocks of similar cases. You are not doing the partition of it. Okay, partition is just, I am just taking an example to
Okay.
make you understand. You can part this particular test case into different blocks. Okay, but we are
Yes.
creating the blocks out of it. Okay, which has a particular set of steps which is common for all. Okay, so login the user is common for all, registering the user is common for all, and like this we need to identify which is common, which is not common.
Okay.
Okay, so a reusable test step block we create in the libraries. Okay, whatever the reusable, let's say in the libraries we have a set of blocks. Okay, we're going to have the set of blocks. So library is what? The collection of test step blocks. Okay, and the test step blocks are the set of test steps. Just remember this. Okay, so we can create the reusable test step blocks only into the library. You're getting it?
Okay, sir.
Hello. Yes.
Reusable. Yes.
So in a very simple term, okay, let's create, let's use the library word. Okay, what we do in the library. Okay, we usually put the book. Okay, what the others can also read. Okay, we can also read. Okay, just by reading into it, we can put it there. Okay, on a certain, let's say the geography books we have. Okay, let's say the new edition will come. So you will not go and provide the new edition to each and everyone. Okay, either you will put that particular new edition into that certain block so that everybody can come and reuse it and can read it. Getting it?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
This is the simple library concept. The same way we will provide it here. Okay, so to create the set of blocks, we need to right click on the library and you can create the reusable tester blocks. You will see this icon while right clicking on this, create a reusable tester block. So this is how my new blocks will create. Okay, so now we need to name what we are putting it into this particular block. So let's say don't give it a name and put the steps. Okay, what we need to put first is like the home page link to click on the login,
Login page.
and this is account info is what is this? Why two we have? Okay, this is account information. Okay, in the login user, we will go and put this particular step into my reusable test block. Okay, so now this is my block of test steps. So I can rename it like login user. Okay, I am putting it as login user. So let's say I am creating my new test case. Okay, and my first set of test step is login a certain user. So what I will do, instead of dragging and dropping the same way, this step into this and this step into my test case as this. Okay, this is I'm putting it for logging the user. So now after creating the reusable test block, what you will do, you will just reuse this particular set of block. Okay, which will create the reference of this particular block into your test case. Getting my point?
So could you please explain this part once again, please?
Okay, so this is my test case. Okay, for login user, what you will use, click on login. Okay, you will use this particular set of module, this homepage link, and you will use the click on login here. Okay. And for login the user, fill credentials. Okay, this I'm using it using the login user module, which I have created for login the particular user. You're getting it till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these two modules I'm using in my test case usually. So the same thing I have created into my test block. Okay, let's rename this again. Okay, this block I have already created because I find this uh, you can say the reusable thing. Okay, and a set of block to log in a certain user. Okay, so instead of putting this, I can use this block. This will
Yes.
create the reference of this block saying I am referring to this particular block. Okay, and using the steps out of it. Now you're getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is this block of the login user instead of my single steps. Okay, so let's say on the click on login and fill the credentials. Okay, you need to add a verification point also. Okay, before the click on login, you need to verify if click on the login, you need to verify if this login appears or not just before that. So now you tell me, Soumya, in the usual test case, what I will do.
So we'll click on we'll give the username, password, and then click on login.
No, no, no. I am clicking on login and I'm verifying if this login is coming here or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I
Yes.
want to add a particular step into my test case. So what I will do?
Uh, we'll click on login and we'll check that like the user has entered inside the screen or not.
So how you will do it? Like click on login, then how you will check the presence of login. So don't you think this is the question related to your query yesterday?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It exists equals to true, and then we'll do a verify in action mode, and we'll execute that particular
Yes,
test
yes.
case.
So that will give us the leverage to see if the login is present here or not.
Yes.
Okay, so you know the concept now. Okay, so now how I will implement it here in my test case. So let's say for adding any step into my test case, what I usually do. So we usually take the steps modules out of it. Okay, module into the test step.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this contains my login element,
Yes, sir.
which I want to perform after the clicking. So I dragged and put it, change the position to this.
Yes, sir.
After click on login, I want to verify. I'm getting echo from your side, Soumya. Can you please, if you have any two connections, then you can mute one. Okay, so this I want to verify the login is present here or not. So what I will do, Soumya?
Verify the logged user.
Hello. Okay, you tell me, Lohini.
Verify the logged user is registered or not.
No, no, just log in this particular button I want to verify. So verify if login appears. This is my test case. So how you will do manually? You will see this login is there or not, and then you will pass it. Okay, the
Yes.
same way in the automation, what I will do, what the Soumya suggests is click on exist and set it as true
True.
and the verify. Okay, this we had discussed yesterday also. To check the presence of any module or any element present on the screen, we see dot exist is equals to true and verify it. Okay, so we are clicking on login. We are verifying if the login appears or not. Then we are filling the credentials. Okay, so this I have added into my particular step. I need to add it. Let's say right now I am using the same test case 5 times. Okay, which has this particular step. Okay, so let's say I don't want to verify it right now. First, I want to verify. Now I don't want to verify. So what I will do, I will delete this step.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will delete this step. But I'm using the same thing in my 10 test cases. Let's say this is 6 test cases. So what I need to do, I need to go and delete this step. I need to go delete from here because this is not my use case now. The requirement got changed. Just by entering the login the credentials, you will be able to log in. Okay, there is no login button. So what I will verify? I will not verify anything. So let's say this is only the 6 test cases I had. It can be 60, it can be 600. Okay, so take it as the part of the maintenance when the requirement got changed. So how you will maintain this? You will just click on the test case and delete the particular step for the whole day. Is it productive for you? No.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am just creating this reusable test step block and I'm using it in my all test cases for the login user. Let's say the requirement comes when I want to add one test case. So this is my library. This is my uh, reusable test step block and I'm just using the reference of this block. Okay. So let's say the requirement changed. So where I need to update into my test step block. Okay, this is my new requirement is adding a particular step which is verifying the if login appears. Okay, so this I will go. Sorry, not this. This is not a step. This one is. I'm saying dot exist is true. Okay, this is I'm verifying here, and I am filling a email address. Let's say this. I am clicking on login. Okay, so I have added this step. Okay, and I'm using this library into multiple test cases. The requirement comes and this needs one more step. So let's see what just happened to those libraries. It got added automatically on every library. Okay, as per the requirement, because I am using the reference of this library and this is the set of login step I need to follow now as per the requirement. So how much time it took? to change a particular step into, let's say, 600, 6,000 test cases. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the use of reusable test block. Okay. So this is how the application works. Like it always changes. Okay. There is no constant application you can see in the market. It is always progressive. Okay. It always changes, let's say, some features. Okay. It adds some feature, it deletes some feature, change some feature. Okay. This is the process. Okay. So we need to follow the process while we are testing that particular application in the less maintainable time and the best architect way. Okay. So this is the start, let's say, first best practices. Okay. So this comes under the best practices of the Tosca automation. Okay. So what we are following it to make our application and testing success. Okay. So we are following the best practices as creating the module in a certain structure. Okay. Because we are starting our application from here. Okay. Renaming it as what it contains. Okay. Then changing the name while using it into the test case, saying what it is doing. Okay. In the test case, we are saying what it is doing. Opening the URL, clicking on the register and what. Okay. And then reusing the certain set of blocks using the library and login user. Okay. Let's say the library of certain set of steps. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you all connected? I think there is some error. Someone got disconnected or what? No. Okay. So you got it. These are the best practices we are following. Okay. And we will follow some more practices, best practices going in the future. Okay. So let's say now the requirement changes as I was doing in the single steps what I'm using. Okay. I got deleted from 1 to 1 test cases. This is my requirement is saying I don't want to use this. Just a single click and it got reflected on my each and every test case. Okay. So this is how you can create, and that is why you can create your reusable test block. Okay. Now you got the concept of reusable test block.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you can create it on the only on the library and only on the test case folder. This is also limitations of the reusable test block. Okay. So now tell me what all reusable tested blocks we need to create for this page till now what we have executed and automated.
Login is one step.
Yes, good.
Login is
We
one
have
step,
already created.
and email password giving credentials is one step, and after that,
No. Tell me not the step. Tell me the block of test cases which I can create. Okay. Login and filling the user and clicking on login is a set of step.
yes,
Okay, which I need to follow every time. Like that,
yes,
what you need to follow?
Go to shopping cart,
Then
wish list,
okay, then
close the browser,
what you're saying?
close the browser,
Okay, close the browser is a one step, yes. So what we need to include with the close browser, what you think? So don't you think the click on register and filling the registration form can be a block?
yes, it is one block.
Okay, click on the register, fill the registration form and click on the register. This can be a block. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
let's create one library for this. Register user. Okay, what I'm doing, clicking on the register and fill the registration form. And you know the functionality of this, right? Clicking on register and everything.
Yes.
How to
First
fill
we
the how which data we need to use for the registration. Now you tell me, okay, what I need to fill in the registration form and how, which will not give me any validations. You tell me, Rohini.
on the radio button we can give X, any one
Okay,
of
we
the
can
radio.
give any one of them. I need to select the radio button. That is fine. In the first name, what I need to put?
Username, oh sorry, first name and last name.
Okay,
We
it
can
can be test. Anything. Okay,
mm,
don't think much.
okay.
Okay, test, and this is training. Okay,
Yes.
which email I need to provide? Now, this you need to think.
Dynamic expression we need to pass it.
You can use whatever you want. Just tell me the structure of email and the text. I will just type.
Okay. Uh, test test dot in the brackets, square brackets,
Square
uh,
bracket
1 to 5, like that I can give it.
1 to 5.
Okay.
Like how I should give 1 to 5 like this.
No, no. 1 2 3 4 5
For 5. Okay.
@gmail.com or something.
At the rate gmail.com.
Closing the brackets.
Closing the bracket. Yes. Okay. This will generate my email address.
Test
Okay.
dot something 1 1, in that way it will generate.
Okay. And what should be in the password?
Uh, Same 1 2 3 or something if you
Yes,
want to put
anything.
anything.
In this.
From password, the same thing which we gave in the password.
Okay. And
Index.
X.
Click on or submit button or
You can use anything. Yeah. So, Soumya, you tell me what is wrong here.
Sir, in the email, I think there should be like test training, then random text, and then in the bracket length of text. Uh,
Just tell me. You just tell me what I need to provide as a
uh,
text.
test training, then
Test email. Okay.
then something inside the brackets, random text, anything,
This bracket.
ABC, and then inside bracket 5 or 6.
No, no. Tell me the syntax. What I need to use.
So like test training, then some ABC 6
ABC
at the rate gmail.com.
6 at the rate
6 or
gmail.com.
5 or any length of
Okay. So how I will give any length of text here?
We can give this also. Like if you want to give the unique, we can use
No,
the
no, what you're saying,
primes.
no, no, what you're saying, your voice is breaking.
Okay, okay. I mean, we can give if we want to give the unique every time when we are logging. If we want to check the registration is as working or not, we can give the unique by giving the time stamp as well, right? Like
Okay,
yesterday
we can
discussed.
give it. Yes, that is what I'm expecting. Okay, we are creating the reusable test step block,
Yes.
and filling the registration form needs every time the different email address. Okay, so to creating the different email address, we need to create the unique email address, right? First name, last name is fine with the test training. Okay, everything is fine. But how to create the email address unique? We saw multiple times. Okay, you can see in the dynamic expression also in the registration. I have showed this only. Okay, what you are saying, the number of text is this RND dynamic expression. Okay, and like the square brackets, which is saying the length of the run number I want to create and I want to generate. Okay, inside the curly braces, whatever the function you are using, just remember one thing, you need to put it into the curly braces.
Yes.
Okay, whatever you are providing in the square braces is the additional part, what the parameter you need to provide in the function. Okay, so remember this. This is the you can say this is the key of this particular using the functions of the Tosca is using the curly braces, open and close, anything, any function. If it is a date function, you don't want to provide the parameter, the date function will work. Okay, this will also work. This will provide you the date. Let's say if you want to provide the parameter, then you need to use the square braces.
Yes.
Okay, whatever, like you want to provide the three parameters, what you discussed yesterday. So you
Yes.
need to provide the three square braces. Okay, in the random function, this is my random text, random text I'm using. This can also provide the random text, but I want to define. I need to provide the parameter because how long you want to have the random text. Okay, so for providing the parameter, we use the square brackets. Okay, just remember this. You will never fail in defining any of the syntax and the functions in Tosca. Okay, so here I'm using the random functions and this is my parameter 3. Okay, which will always unique, which will always generate the unique email address. As I'm using the set of block, okay, it should generate the unique email address. Getting it?
Yes.
Yes.
So what I can do in my test case, so I don't need to log in. I just want to register the user first. And this is my not this is clicking on register and filling the registration form. This will always create my registration page. So what we need to follow before that? We need to open the browser
Yes.
every time for every test case. We need to open the browser
Yes.
and then we need to close the browser, whatever we have. Okay. So this can be a set of blocks, opening the browser.
Yes, sir.
Okay, opening the URL, let's say, and verify if login appears. This will justify that my browser is opened with the correct URL. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So this can be my prerequisite. Okay, for before every test cases, this need to follow. So let's create a block out of it saying this is my prerequisite. Okay, which is what steps I need to put here. Opening browser. Okay, I am putting so much pressure on this particular topic because this is one of the most important topic. Okay, everyone will going to ask some questions from this topic only. Okay, in any of the interview regarding the Tosca. Okay, so this is the open URL I need to follow. Okay, this is my first step of opening the URL, and what I am doing for the URL, I am using a configuration parameter as URL for this. Okay, it will take it from this configuration URL. Okay, so after opening the URL, what I need to do? I need to verify if the login appears or not. Getting it? Or let's say
Yes.
the demo web shop is appear or not. This will also justify. Okay, so just say it as home page link. Verify if login appears. So what I will do, dot exist as true and verify this. So this is my setup block, which is my prerequisite before any of the test case. Getting it? So
Yes.
what will be my post requisite? Closing the browser. Post requisite is closing the browser. And what we can add in the post requisite is we can add deleting buffer also. Whatever the buffer we create in a particular test case, it will delete and then close the browser. This will help. Hello.
Deleting, deleting in the sense.
Deleting the buffers. Okay, what we have here in the buffers. Okay, let's say we don't have any buffer right now. So you have created some buffers into a test case, which you
Okay.
want to delete after every test case. Okay, let's say you have created the username buffer, anything, username, password, email address buffer,
Okay.
which you want to delete it because every time you are closing the browser, it means you are closing everything what you have created. And whenever you are starting with new test case, you are starting fresh with new values.
Yes.
Okay, so this can also help the deleting the buffer, right? So
Yes.
for that, we will use which module? Soumya? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, for deleting the all buffers, which module we will use? So we use tbox delete buffer. Okay,
Yes.
so this is my post requisite deleting the buffers and then closing the browser.
So in the post requisite logout will also come or not required?
It is required. Good question and good input. Okay, so we are deleting all buffers here, and before that, we are also checking if the logout is there. Okay, let's say I just used here. Let's assume right now that we are already logged in with some certain user. Okay, this. Okay, so I need to log out also. I need to close, I need to delete all buffers, then I can close the browser. So whenever it will start, let's say this is I'm following. Whenever I'll start with new test case, disabled. Okay, so why it is not logged in? Okay, so whenever we will start, okay, with the new test case, it should be in this position only. Okay, not with the certain user logged in on the page. Okay, so this is the good input of providing the logout into the test case in the post requisite every time. So what we will do, we will use the home page which has in the post requisite, what we will do, we will log out. Okay, and to verify the logout, what we will do, click on logout, verify if login appears. It takes some time. Okay, what we will use, instead of verify, we can use the wait on. Okay, which will wait and verify both things again about the, sorry, not this, login. Okay, so this is my perfect post requisite for everything. I'm clicking on logout, verify if logon appears. It means it is perfectly logout, and deleting all buffer. Okay, and closing the browser. Got it? So let's create a test case out of the reusable test step block only. I'm not using any module now. Okay, anything not now. So a reusable test step block for the RTB, I have already used the register one. What I will use, the prerequisite, post requisite, okay, also in my test case. Okay, there are my three libraries I have. So I will arrange the prerequisite on the top of it, register the user and post requisite. Okay, this is my set of steps I have created. It is taking the URL, clicking on the login, registering the user by clicking on the register, filling the registration form. Okay, and then we are click on the logout, verify if login appears, delete the buffer and close the browser. So this is my complete test case. Hello.
Yes. For registering the users.
For registering
The
the
test case.
users using only reusable test step blocks.
Hmm.
Okay, so we don't even need to open the browser. So let's execute this. Okay, so this is failing. Let's see where it is failing. Verify if login appears. No matching tab was found. Okay, with the following properties, then what is happening? Okay, so it is verifying if login appears or not here. Okay, on this particular tab.
It should be post request sir, after registering.
No, no. When I'm clicking on the open, the login is appearing, right? It means I'm
Yes.
successfully, the page is loaded.
Login. Yes, yes, with one
Okay,
user.
yes. So instead of verify, Let's change to wait on, because I think it is just verifying after login in, and it is failing because of that, because page is not loaded fully. Okay. So in the prerequisite in the library only, I need to change the verification to wait on. So it will wait for some certain time. Okay,
And
and then it will
we'll
verify.
check whether the user is available or exist or not.
Yes. Yes. So let's close this again and execute this. Again, it is failing. Why it is failing? Let's see. No matching tab was found with the following properties demo web shop. What is happening with this title? Let's execute this single step. If it is failing, then we need to check the module. Otherwise, we need to add one more step. Okay, it is passing. So it means there is no issue in the particular step. So what is happening while it is opening a particular page? Okay, it is taking time to load, and at that time it is verifying the user and saying the no matching tab was found. There is no tab on which it should wait.
Means it is not
Okay.
syncing to our application performance and our execution performance.
Yes, it is not syncing with the opening time and verifying time. Okay. What it is assuming, the web page is not even loaded and you are verifying with the, let's say if this is closed,
Mm.
let me reproduce it manually. This is assuming the application is not yet opened. Okay, and executing this particular step. Okay, so it will say in the failure, no matching tab was found. The same thing, right?
Yes.
So this is happening with this particular application. Okay, but we know we are opening the URL and we are opening in the browser. Okay, so now how we can resolve this?
We can synchronize our application by using T-box.
Sync
They sync time.
sync
I mean time we
sync
can.
sync time is already there. Let's say let's check that also. Sync time, how much it is. So synchronization time was at 5 seconds. Let's put it to 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Okay, and synchronization time now during wait on is 10 seconds. Let's put it 10 seconds only. Let's execute this step again. Okay, so it is working fine now. The prerequisite by increasing the synchronization timeout. Okay,
Yes.
so now let's execute this, the whole step now of the web page. So now you got the synchronization, at least that particular topic is very strong. Okay, now we are clicking on the register. We are filling the registration form, clicking on register. We are logging out. Okay, deleting the buffer and then closing the browser. Got it? So
Yes.
you have executed successfully a test case using everything into a set of block. Okay. Now, this is the setup block. It does not mean that you are bound to use this. Okay. Let's say after this particular set of block, click on prerequisite, filling the registration form. You want to click on product categories.
Product categories. So login, logout, we can use the same thing, but instead of registration, we will be using this product categories.
Yes, after registration. After registration, after each and
You want
every
the
user, you
registration
want to,
as well.
what you are saying?
You want the registration page along with the categories after
Selection.
registration and then selecting the categories.
Yes, selecting the categories. Okay. So it does not mean that you using the reusable test step block will bound you to use the other test step also inside this test case. Okay. That is my motive to show you. So let's scan this page.
Select.
We are selecting on screen. Okay. Minimizing it.
Okay.
Books, computers, electronics. These are my categories I have. Okay. Let's
So
use
here
it.
we have other block also with categories, no?
This one.
Hmm.
Yes, you can take it.
Hmm. Okay.
Currently I'm taking it this because I also need to cover another topic, which is the mouse over. Okay,
Also.
so we have already completed this step, so it is in continuing with the particular reusable test block. I want to show you this. Okay, and this. So I am taking this particular elements of the product category and making it uniquely identifiable with the property, let's say inner text, which is fine for us.
Okay.
Okay, let's save this module, close this, and rename this. Okay, this is product category.
Categories.
Okay, and reuse this into my test case. So in the reusable test blocks, I am putting this after registration and rearranging this. Okay, the clicking on the computer and desktop. Okay, I have the computer, but what about desktop? Okay, I can click on the computer directly. Either this way, you can click and you can select the desktop. So for this, you need to scan the two modules. Okay, but how you are doing it manually, you are hovering into the computer and you are clicking on the desktop. Okay, so let's see how you can hover at least on the computer. You cannot click now here. Okay,
Yes.
because you want to hover. So there is a function in Tosca is mouse over and this curly braces close. Okay, so if I execute this, you will see the mouse over is performing correctly. It is not performing any click. Getting my point?
Yes.
Okay, So
Can we
now
give it for
need
electronics?
what
We
you're
can we
saying?
give it for can we give it for electronics and apparels without clicking on those particular category?
Yes, definitely. It works for everything. It is just I'm showing you an example. Okay, let's do it.
Mouse over. Give it for another one as well.
Okay, digital downloads, or you can say the apparel and shoes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because mouse hovering on this will not give you any option, so it is
Any
not
option.
performing any option. Okay, you can perform anyone on anyone. Let's say one by one by one on anyone. You can see multiple times also. So currently I'm hovering on the computers and I want to click on the desktop. But I don't have the elements as desktop, notebooks, and accessories here in this module.
Yes.
So can we rescan it?
Yes.
Let's rescan it. So rescan will allow us to add some elements or the attributes into the already created modules, particular to that certain page. Okay, you cannot rescan any module anywhere. Okay, so this is my page and books and everything is coming, but not the desktop notebooks is coming. Okay, desktop notebooks is not coming here. And when you select on screen, you cannot get it while select on screen because it is converted into the selection mode, not on the click mode. Okay, so what you will do in this case? If you have any answer, let's say I want it under the computers. How you will get the elements which is coming after hover only, but when I click on select on a screen, it is not coming. It will not hover. How I will get this? So in this case, the filter search element comes into the picture. Okay. So this is my filter here on the scanning window. Okay. I want to scan the elements nearby to this computer. So I will select the computer. Okay. And I will increase the filter. This is the level of filter, level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It will give you the closer view. You can say it will zoom in the application. It will give you the closer view of the application. Okay. The element is present, but behind the screen, behind the mouse over, let's say. So we know element is present in the page.
Yes.
So what we will do, we will click on the computer and increase the filter of level. level filter. Okay, so now you see the three elements will appear: desktop, notebook, and accessories. Okay, this is I want.
Now we can go with the select on screen option as well, right, sir?
No, 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 not select on screen. You cannot go
From here only we can
from
take.
here only, because this is the only one which is giving us a closer view, not the select on screen, because it is still not coming on the screen.
Mhm.
Okay, it is coming only after mouse hovering. But we know the elements are there. So how to get it? So increase the filter for the closer view. So what, just increasing the one level up, I am getting the elements. If you increase the more level, you will get the more elements, like the containers and everything. And this is the full view. You just need to lost into the application. Then you can use this. This is helping me. This level. Okay. So I will select desktop, notebooks, and accessories. Okay. So for the desktop, I will use not anything. So it is not identified by its properties. Anyone is not working. So what I will use?
So identify by anchor.
Yes. So I will use identify by anchor. Okay. And I can take this element, the computers, because it belongs to the computer, so I can bound this element to computers.
Computer.
Okay, so for this I want to make the computer as an anchor.
Anchor.
Now this is uniquely identifiable. For this I want to make
Desktop as.
computer.
So already desktop is unique na. Can't we take desktop as a identifier? It is also.
No, you can take it, but it is anyhow it is using the computers.
Yes.
Okay, so why you are making the things complex? Okay, so this computers I'm taking it, which is already unique. Okay, so now everything is unique using the anchor. As computer belongs to this computer only, these elements are present. Now I'm just saving it. Okay, now this is element is coming here. In the same module, I can mouse over and select, let's say, notebook. Okay, so let's go and execute this. Okay,
Yes.
so we are coming to the notebooks directly, just by mouse hovering it and selecting anything out of it. Okay, so
Yes.
you can go anywhere, like not on the notebooks. If you can go to the accessories, you can go it. Okay, this is on the accessories page. Okay,
Okay.
so I have used the anchor, I have used the mouse over, okay, and the filter by getting the filters. Okay, everything is coming up in front of me now out of this element. And what is common in this particular test case, I have put it as a reusable test step block. Okay, I have created the reusable test step block for this. And let's say I want to use some different path out of this. I have included single step also. including in the reusable test step block, and using the post requisite, I will close and log out the application after
Yes.
performing my test case. Okay, so this is the combination of all we are performing. Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, I think this is it for today. Okay, I don't want to include many things today only. This will confuse you. So let's take it in the next class, business parameter. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so this will give you an idea of from now. Okay, this we have created. Now, how to make even this better?
Yes.
Okay, so we will progress towards this. So
Okay.
create this reusable test block wherever you required. Okay, use the filter to get this element. Okay, and find out the way if you can make it better. Whatever we have covered before this class, just find it out. What things? What can make the things better?
Okay.
Okay, at least
Yes.
I need some inputs from you. It will also
Yes.
help you to get the things more easily.
Yes.
Okay, any queries?
So you asked starting of the class about one analytical question.
Yes. So please answer if you find
Uh,
any.
like in general test case, I'm saying like in manual, if we do the manual test case, manual testing, first we will be selecting one date out of the application, future date or tomorrow's date. First we will be selecting and we'll check whether that particular that is taking as input or not. And after taking the confirmation, again next time when we are logging, that date should be in disable mode so that the user
No, no,
will have
just a
option.
sec. Just sorry to interrupt. Okay, what was my question?
How can we book future date,
Hmm.
whether
Future
that
available date.
future available date.
Yes. So regarding this date picker, I need a solution. What is the best possible way? Okay, so now you explain with respect to this date picker. So what you were saying previously?
Previously, I'm saying like first in first case, if I select my this date, like let's take today is the 18th, na? So let's
Mhm.
take in the first case, I will take it as 19, and I will take the confirmation that 19 got blocked. And then next time, whenever again if I select the 19, that 19 date should be in disable mode, so that user will not have option to book on 19th like that. I'm thinking.
Okay, that's great. Good to think.
And in
Okay,
19 also we can give number of persons availability for that particular day or slot.
okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, we can do, but the question here comes like with respect to this, you need to add one more functionality. It should be there in your application to check if the and provide that like I am booking the 19th. Okay, let's say I am booking the 18th. You need to provide
Yes.
the information, then it will disable that, something like that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you can try it. You can think more generic way of getting things. Okay. So what was my next question is to just select the from the date picker the date as 12th of December. There is one way. Okay,
Mm.
so don't take it like very seriously. Like when I'm asking the
No, no.
question, it does not mean
Yeah.
it is a complex question. Okay,
Yes, yes.
always
Actually,
think
these
simple.
questions we will get even in the interviews. Like yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday, they asked me write a test cases for the WhatsApp where we are using the status.
Hmm.
So, how many test cases you can write for that particular status module?
Yes.
So I said first we will be checking whether the status is available, status page is existing or not, and then they have asked me how many test cases in what in I mean in our real life we are using, right? Each and every question they have asked. Can't we go to the navigation and
Mm-hmm.
three dots, everything? I mean every functionality.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why whenever I'm getting analytical questions like that, I'm just thinking.
Yes, you need to think. That is what. This is what the things come out of this from you when you think analytically. Okay. So when someone is asking about anything, just don't go and think about what is happening on the status. If you go from the roots, okay, if the status is there, so what you can do, check first if the status is there or not. Is this
Yes.
can be happen like the update, the your application is not yet updated and status is not even coming, then
Yes.
this will fail. So
Yes.
think from the root, like check if the status is coming or not. Okay, now check if you are able to go to the status or not. Okay,
Yes.
then check if there is any status is coming there or not. Okay, this can be happen if nobody updated the status.
Yes.
Okay, if they are updating the status, okay, then it is coming on the read or unread. Okay, there are two partition. If it is already read, okay, then we can click on again or not. Okay, already read one.
Mm.
What is already unread, I can click on the unread one or not. Okay, that is happening or not. Okay, the it is when I'm clicking on the unread one, it is switching to the next one or not. Okay, if I'm able to use the see the previous one or the next one directly or not. So there are multiple things.
Multiple things.
Okay,
I
we
just
just what we
give
think,
high
what
level.
we just go and think like the status. If someone is saying the status, it means you need to click on the status and check if it is coming or not. That's it.
That user, whoever have seen, is visible or not.
Yes, yes. So there are multiple cases. See.
Yes, multiple cases. Just I have gave them a few scenarios, not all. In that scenarios also, they were expected in depth, like what I mean. I mean, whenever the user checks the how many members have seen, we can write the test cases for that. How you
Hmm.
write the test cases?
Hmm.
How many members have seen that particular status or not? That we can check, right?
Hmm.
So, like real time
Yes,
they are giving some application what we are using in our daily lives, and they are
yes,
asking the test cases on that.
yes. So start always from the root. Okay, your first test case should be if this present or not. Okay,
Yes.
so start with the base and you will go with many things if
Many
you start
things.
with the yes. So
Yes.
here I just asked a very simple question. Okay, but I think you just thought like it is a very complex question. That is why I'm asking. Okay, so it was not like that. I was just checking this. If I'm asking how to go and click on the 12th of December. Okay, not the available, not available dates. It is
Okay.
just
Okay.
either this way. You just go
Or
to
not the
December
calendar.
and 12th December.
Okay.
As simple as this. And
Yes.
second one is I was expecting just click here as a December, go to the 21, let's say the current year, okay,
Mm.
and let's say any year, and click on the 12th of December.
Mm.
Very simple thing. Okay,
Okay.
so think always like this. This is not a complex situation every time. Okay, when you start thinking from the complex situation, it gets complex. When you think like it is a easy problem, then you will think a better solution. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, this is it for today.
Yep.
A good session. Okay, I hope this will help you. Okay, Soumya. So I want you to give me this answer again. This answer. Okay, if you will complete it like between the week. Okay, you can just ping me. Okay, I'll tell you what is correct, what is not. And if
Yes.
Okay.
not, then we'll discuss next class.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then thank you so much, guys. Have a happy weekend and good day.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.